MFC 2021 is about to begin. In one corner we have the reigning heavyweight champ Godzilla, king of the monsters versus the Skull Island slammer Kong. That's just the warm-up act though, because word is 2 new challenges are ready to jump into the ring. The Monster Fighting Championship reveals Mecha-Godzilla and Mecha-Ghidorah for the fight. Fight! So let's just get straight to the point. Everyone on the internet's figured it out already. Eagle-eyed fans have already spotted Mecha-Godzilla in one of the trailers, causing devastation that Godzilla is being blamed for. I feel like they're gonna pull a bait and switch on us and reveal that the Godzilla Kong is fighting the robotic version of the king of all monsters. It seems likely that the evil terrorist organization from the second Godzilla has perfected the art of making Pacific Rim-style robots that just so happen to look like titans. That's not to say that Kong and Godzilla won't have their grudge match though.
Hey, look at them go!
Oh no, they'll probably have at least 2, one where Godzilla comes out on top and one where Kong gets the best of them. Even if Godzilla isn't the one causing global destruction, Titans are all about seeing who's number 1. I think that the boat scene that they show in literally every trailer will be the big showdown of the film. Somehow Godzilla will be goaded into taking on Kong. The first fight I do not think will go Kong's way. I mean, Kong doesn't seem like nearly the swimmer Godzilla is, and I don't think that the boat is gonna be stable fighting ground. At best, I think a huge aircraft carrier can hold like 100,000 tons, and it's common knowledge that Godzilla alone weighs 90,000. What, you don't think that they made accurate scientific calculations when working on this monster fight movie? Regardless, I think Kong will get utterly shamed in this first fight, amping up the pressure for the rematch. This will likely be the thing that causes him to make his Godzilla slaying axe. That's just awesome. I think he'll manage to get the best of Godzilla this time, but before he can go in for the kill, it'll be revealed to his human friends that Godzilla's not the real threat.
I'm of the same opinion.
The 2 will somehow figure out a way to put their grudge aside because it's world-saving time. It's an evolutionary fact that all giant monsters either love saving or destroying the world more than anything, with absolutely no middle ground. After they're done with the centuries-old score, I think the movie will take a page out of Batman vs. Superman's playbook and have the 2 monsters team up. I mean, you really didn't think that they were gonna make Godzilla the bad guy, did you? The pair are basically gonna end up as skyscraper-sized Avengers tag team. That may have been how this movie was pitched, now that I think about it. This brings up a pretty big problem for the movie though. Unless Mecha-Godzilla is the most powerful giant robot we've seen yet on the big screen, that thing is going down. Taking on Godzilla or Kong alone would be one thing, but trying to take on both of them at the same time would be insane, even for a giant robot lizard. Godzilla has that atomic breath and Kong is packing that new sweet battle axe. Mecha-Godzilla may have missiles, laser vision, and is made of space titanium, but that may not be enough this time, old buddy. You had a good run making mayhem, but I think it's gonna be the end of the road for you. Luckily, I don't think he'll be the only mechanized monster to make an appearance. If you remember at the very end of Godzilla King of the Monsters, they teased the possible return of King Ghidorah. One of its Hydra heads was preserved. This was obviously a reference to the Mecha-Ghidorah, a monster even more terrifying than regular old Ghidorah. The mechanized version is basically as tough as vanilla Ghidorah, only with machine gun hands and laser blasters. Pew pew pew. I don't know which evil robot contractor looked at King Ghidorah and thought, he's pretty cool I guess, but if he had machine gun hands, he'd be a whole lot better. Whatever they paid that man, it just wasn't enough. A fight where Kong and Godzilla get to take on one giant mech is no big deal, but a fight where they have to take on 2, one who literally has access to some of Ghidorah's powers, that's trouble. This being their big event movie, it's possible that both of them aren't walking out of this one alive. I think this fight will go down with classic tag team rules.
Somebody has to lie down in the middle of the ring.
Mecha-Godzilla mostly fights against Kong, while Mecha-Ghidorah fights against his nemesis Godzilla. The 4 of them will slam each other into buildings for a while until it's time to switch dance partners. I think Godzilla will be the one to atomic breath his mechanized doppelganger out of existence, while Kong cuts one of the robot Ghidorah heads off with his axe. As great as things look to be going, I think Mecha-Ghidorah will pull a cheap tail slash or something and knock Kong out cold. Then Mecha-Ghidorah and Godzilla will have their big rematch after Godzilla defeated him in the last movie. Only this time he won't have that nuclear power-up. That's when Mecha-Ghidorah will do the impossible and actually finish Godzilla. As all hope looks lost, Kong will come flying through the air and he'll cut Ghidorah's real head off his shoulders. Does that thing have shoulders? Maybe they'll even let Godzilla give one last atomic breath to burn what's left of Ghidorah's body. In the end, Ghidorah will lose his lift, Kong will finally be dubbed King Kong, and all will seem well in the Monsterverse. That is, until the tease that Godzilla Jr. is around. I mean, they're not going to stop making Godzilla movies. Regardless of what happens, as long as the WB keeps that Zack Snyder's Justice League energy going, we'll all be just fine. MFC World Championship is sponsored by Monarch Cola, a legitimate soda company and definitely not a front for a secret monster studying organization.